But we need to turn to some explosive developments in politics over the weekend. The woman who says Georgia Senate nominee Herschel Walker paid for her to have an abortion back in 2009 now claims he urged her to terminate a second pregnancy 2 years later. Walker's former girlfriend tells the New York Times that in 2011, she went against the former college football star's wishes and had their now 10-year-old son. So another kid that he didn't recognize. She claims Walker has had little to do with the child since, aside from sending child support payments and occasional gifts facilitated through Walker's wife, Julie. In a series of recent text messages between Julie Walker and the woman, Walker's wife insists she was unaware of the claims that her husband paid for the first abortion, or that he allegedly pushed the woman to have a second abortion as well. These text messages were provided to NBC News by the Walker campaign, and after previously saying he did not know the identity of the woman making the claims.
Do you know the woman that is making this allegation?
I have no idea, but it is a flat-out lie.
Have you figured out who it is?
Not at all.
Walker now tells NBC News that he just learned her identity on Friday. He now acknowledges he fathered a child with the woman, but still denies he paid for her to have an abortion. Still, more Republicans are throwing their support behind Georgia Senate candidate Herschel Walker. The latest being Senators Rick Scott and Tom Cotton, who announced they will travel to the southern state to campaign for Walker tomorrow.
Wow.
In a statement to NBC News, Scott writes in part, it's just...
Tom Cotton is going. I expect Rick Scott, but Tom Cotton
definitely
is going to campaign for this guy?
Yeah. Absolutely. So anyhow, writing in part, they picked the wrong Georgian to mess with. I am proud to stand with Herschel Walker and make sure Georgians know that he will always fight to protect them from the forces trying to destroy Georgia values. Just
Georgia
FYI.
values. Wait a second.
Can I just pop in there that he keeps saying he has extra kids that he doesn't even recognize or spend time with? I mean, put the abortions aside. Can we just talk about not recognizing a child that you had with a woman and not supporting this child?
The hypocrisy
Multiple
of
children.
Rick Scott. Rick Scott just said, for the people of Georgia, listen up. Rick Scott just said that Georgia values is holding a gun to a woman's head and saying you're gonna pull the trigger and kill her. That's what Rick Scott says. Rick Scott says Georgia values is having 4 children that you abandon.
I mean, I think
4
it's
children
4.
that
Is it
you
4?
do not raise. 4 that we know so far. 4 that you do not raise. He says that Georgia values are lying. I mean, in real time, we saw on this show when this woman was brought up, Walker lied. He goes, like she doesn't exist. I don't know who this person is. And then we find out that this person that Walker says on the campaign trail to Georgia voters, Georgia values, a politician lying through his teeth about abortions, a politician lying through his teeth about children that he's the father of, who he's abandoned 4 children. He says the woman doesn't exist. At the same time, the woman is texting his wife. At the same time, the woman is talking to the New York Times. At the same time, the woman is saying, not only did I have 1 abortion because he pressured me to do it, he wanted me to have a second abortion, and I refused to do it. So that was the end of our relationship. Walker says this woman doesn't exist, and yet in 2014, he started paying child support for the child that his girlfriend refused to abort. I think when you see all of this, you see the lying going on in real time, you see the abandonment of 4 children, you understand what Peggy Noonan wrote about this weekend. for the Wall Street Journal when she said Republicans don't understand what's the central crisis for this campaign. It's not the abortions.
Nope.
It's not that he's made mistakes in the past.
Nope.
And Peggy says what I think most people say, that we're all humans. We all sin. We all make mistakes. Peggy says, though, that's not the problem. The problem is that he has abandoned 4 children. And one of those children started all this by coming out saying he refused to be a dad to any of us. He just continued going out there having sex with other women instead of being our dad. And this is what Rick Scott, and this is the Republican, this really is the Republican point at its lowest point. I think even more than the Access Hollywood tape. Rick Scott talks about Georgia values and says he's coming in to endorse a guy who's abandoned 4 children, paid for abortions, lied about the abortions, put a gun up to a woman's head, said he was going to kill her. Never's denied that. But in this campaign, he's just lying through his teeth. And even as Peggy says, even if you put all that to the side, this may be in our lifetime, and I would guess in Peggy's and mine, I'm speaking for myself here, the single least qualified candidate for the United States Senate that I've ever seen win his party's or her party's nomination. And Republicans like Tom Cotton, who's so morally self-righteous, rushing in to go, yes, I'm proud to support this guy, who, again, made mistakes. We all made mistakes. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Jesus tells us that. That's not the breaking news. The breaking news is he's still lying about the abortions. He's still lying about the children he abandoned. He's still lying about these women who are saying he abused them or neglected their children. And this is what Rick Scott supports. This is what Tom Cotton supports. This is what the Republican Party of Donald Trump in 2022 supports. I've never seen anything like it.